Forecasters think it might hit between Palm Beach County and Vero Beach on the Atlantic coast. Paul Kenny is standing by in Fort Pierce right now with the very latest. Paul?
In just a few hours, Hurricane Erin, with its 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, is expected to slam into the Fort Pierce area. It is safe to say that residents here in Fort Pierce will likely get very, very little sleep, as Hurricane Erin truly will test their nerves. In the pouring rain and in a race against time, Ann Herdman and Barbara Lyons work to protect a relative's home.
It isn't fun at all. This proves to my niece that I love her dearly. But it's a necessity. I mean, you do what you have to do. You don't.
Mrs. Lyons' daughter owns this house, but she's a corrections officer who can't leave her post and did not expect a storm to zero in on Fort Pierce. Lowering the awnings is the last of preparing for the storm.
Oh, we've done all of it. We got the water, got the food, covered the windows, did the whole thing. And now we're going to go home and play games with the kids.
Closer to the beach, officers block roads leading to the coast. This area could flood if the expected hurricane winds and 5 to 10 inches of rain materialize. Already, Erin's force can be felt with wind gusts of 55 miles an hour. Here on the Barrier Island, county officials have ordered a mandatory evacuation. Still hundreds remain, and that has sheriff's deputies going door to door collecting names just in case tragedy strikes, and they have to notify the next of kin.
Hurricane winds or...
The county has opened 8 shelters for evacuees, including this one for those with serious medical problems, people in wheelchairs, on oxygen, those who simply need help to drink.
There we go.
Helen Van Alston has a broken leg. Why'd you decide to come here?
Because we live in a mobile home.
Well, I like the comfort, as I say, of having people here that can assist us in an emergency. I mean, I feel confident I can handle her at home. But in a storm, when the house might be falling apart or something.
So far, almost 1,000 people have relocated to one of the 8 shelters. They are playing it safe. The wind here in Fort Pierce right now is gusting at about 50 miles an hour. You can see the palm trees whipping behind me right now. It is also raining on and off, at times very, very hard. Also, earlier today, county officials called for the evacuation of about 28,000 people living on the Barrier Island, also in mobile homes and low-lying areas. But as we told you in the story, some of those people have decided to stay on the islands. We're just going to have to wait until dawn to see how they fared against Hurricane Erin. Reporting live in Fort Pierce, Paul Kenny. Now back to you in the studio.
All right, Paul, thank you. NASA is taking no chances with the space shuttle in this rough weather. They've taken the shuttle Endeavour off the launch pad to protect it from the hurricane. Endeavour was scheduled to fly later this week. For the latest on Hurricane Erin's location, let's check in with Al Roker.
Well, thanks a lot, Sue. And you can see Erin now working its way just toward the Florida coast. Currently, at this hour, just in from the National Hurricane Center, Hurricane Erin, 27.2 north, 79.6 west, 55 miles east-southeast of Vero Beach. It's moving west-northwest at 15 miles per hour. At that speed, it should make landfall within the next 2-3 hours at the most with 85-mile-per-hour winds. There are tropical storm warnings up from Fort Myers up to Apalachicola. We've also got hurricane warnings up from Hallandale to New Smyrna Beach, and we look for this system to work its way to the west and probably make landfall again after it moves into the water back around Apalachicola. We'll have the update for you a little bit later. Sue?
All right, Al, thank you. We'll know by morning what the storm does to South Florida. Tune in to Today in New York, beginning at 5:30 a.m.
Good morning.